I'm sure Falk has the lab coats finding some way to track him down.
Wasn't the spy invisible? How are they gonna know if there's another one around watching them?
Damn, you're right.
Carter, join me. I don't like it when my agents go off the rails, Carter. Never ignore my orders again. You're lucky things turned out as well as they did with Dr. Weir's rescue. I'll overlook it this time. I understand the situation is getting to you.
Weaver tell you that? Or you just figured it out on your own?
I need to know I can trust you, Carter. I took a big risk including you in this operation, and I'm about to take another.
What are you talking about?
Taking the fight to the enemy. Not just surviving this war, winning it.
And how exactly are we gonna do that?
With this.
What in God's name is that?
A prototype aircraft, built with everything we've been able to learn from their technology. Plus a few tricks of our own.
You really think it'll make a difference?
It might, as long as we know where to strike. That's where you come in.
If it means fighting back, I'll do whatever it takes.
Good. The first step is interrogating the infiltrator.
What do we know about the infiltrator?
We've been running a barrage of tests on it. Preliminary interrogation, medical checks. The boys in the lab even took a look at the devices implanted in it.
Find anything useful?
We don't even know his name, or if his kind even have names. But we have reason to believe he'll be more responsive now.
What happened? Lock him in solitary for a couple weeks?
You might be closer than you think. In a recent examination, our surgeons removed this from his head. We think it's some kind of communication device.
He was bugged?
We're not sure. Weir thinks it was his connection to Mosaic.
That's their communication network.
According to Dr. Weir, yes. Whatever it is, ever since we removed this thing, the infiltrator's been less aggressive, more morose.
Interesting. How do we know we can take them out in one strike?
Weir's been studying their transmissions, and he believes they're coming from a single source.
That's this Mosaic thing they talk about?
Yes. The doctor says his measurements prove that it's some sort of central command, possibly even a single being. And if our tests are correct, it is indeed more than just some sort of radio network.
How so?
After studying the infiltrator's implants and physiology, we believe it connects directly to the minds of the outsiders.
So if we take out Mosaic's core, we shut down every outsider on this planet.
That's the idea. But we need to know more.
That's an impressive flying saucer you've built.
Actually, the Air Force was already toying with a prototype like this. Our German associate just made a few modifications, including everything we could steal from the outsiders.
How does it handle?
When it's finished, it'll be faster and more maneuverable than anything in the skies.
Can it get through those Venn gates of theirs?
That's what we need you to find out.
I'll see what I can get out of the infiltrator.
Good. We've got him in a containment center in the lab, built especially for him.
Got his own luxury suite, huh? That ought to soften him up.
Don't count on it.
How gentle do I need to be?
Just be careful. He's the only captive we have.
What sort of aliens built this thing?
No aliens at first. It was an experimental project in the Air Force. The alien technology just helps it work better.
But There's no way something like that should fly. It's impossible.
It's time to change our definition of impossible.
If they're going to interrogate one of them, where else could they go?
They say these people's eyes are black. Just so. The hell?
The infiltrator's right inside, Agent Carter. If you need anything, just ask.
I think I would like that, Mr. Falk. I think I would like that very much. You are Dr. Heinrich Dressner, correct? Yeah, Mr. Falk. And do you understand why I am interviewing you today? Officially or unofficially? None of this will be in the final records of your immigration. Officially, our commitments at Yalta mean we must turn you away. And yet, here we both are. Yes, well, we can't risk losing a mind like yours to the Soviets, now can we? You need not worry about that, sir. There is a reason I surrendered to your soldiers, or not to Stalin's. What reason is that? I do not like their cold winters. Very funny. Regardless, we need to talk about your past affiliations. What is there to say? What was done was terrible, wasteful, inhuman. I have regrets, but I had no part in that. No way to prevent it. You could have left. At that time, I did have a family to support. Also, I feared my once great nation would turn to the Communist Party.
So you supported the alternative?
Only at first. By the time I saw what they truly were, it was too late to escape. I'm a scientist, Mr. Falk. I understand physics, fluid dynamics, chemical reactions. But I cannot see the future. I cannot predict the horrors of my fellow men.
We can't offer you atonement, Doctor. But we can offer you a chance to use your skills to help people.
Officer, you're new here, aren't you?
Yes, sir. They rescued me up from outside Louisville.
You've been brought up to speed?
Yes, sir. Prisoner is secure, mostly docile, and Falk has things in hand. I'd say it's going pretty well.
We could use more of that kind of optimism around here.
Really, sir? It seems like you've got things in hand here.
In the base, maybe. But most of these people haven't seen what it's like out in the field. Right now, they're still excited to be alive and kicking. But if it starts getting worse out there, well, they'll need someone who can keep a smile on their face. How's the infiltrator?
The containment room was designed to act as both a brig and a lab, so he's well contained. Not that he's been trying to get out.
You think he's planning something?
Can't say for sure. Any other prisoner, yeah, but since they removed that controller thing from his head, he's been a different man. Or I guess I should say, different creature.
How much do you trust Falk?
I trust him with my life, sir. After all, if it weren't for him and his teams, I'd still be out there.
You said you were rescued from outside Louisville?
Yes, sir. Fort Knox in particular. Agent De Silva and his team were recovering something from high-value storage, and I thought they were looters.
That could have gone poorly.
Not really. I don't know about you, but I ask questions before I start shooting. They were only too happy to bring me back, once they were certain I was human.
How exactly did they prove that?
Just like checking for Reds. Sing the Star-Spangled Banner, ask what happened in the most recent episode of Captain Thunderclap, and so on and so on.
That's all.
Thank you, sir. Good luck.
I see you gave up on the disguise. Done playing dress-up?
This one can no longer hide. Those systems were corrupted by your scientists.
Yeah. Gloat all you want about your superior technology while we've got you tied to a chair with a rope.
You want revenge for your fellow warrior. Go ahead and take it. Nothing you do will stop the Zujari.
We're gonna pay a visit to your home, and you're gonna help us get there.
A counter-invasion. Ha! The more you resist Mosaic, the more you will bring death to your world. You think you have seen our strength? This is just an expeditionary force preparing the way for our armies. We will destroy you.
We'll see about that.
It's simple. You will join our empire or you will die. For us, there are no other choices.
Okay, let's make this easy. Here's the deal. You're gonna tell me what I need to know, and if you don't...
There is no pain you can inflict that we have not already endured. Take whatever revenge you want.
Let's try something else. Our whitecoats say there's been a change in your attitude ever since they yanked some device out of your head. I want to know what the hell it is.
It is many things. Our shield, our beacon, our focus. It is Mosaic. If you think cutting the connection will make this one weak, make me weak, then you are sorely mistaken.
What exactly is Mosaic?
You would think of it as a broadcast, a network. Each of us are connected to it. It unites us.
It's how you receive your orders.
Our orders, our faith. Mosaic delivers truth. Or maybe what Origin decides is the truth.
Why don't you just do yourself a favor? Just talk straight to me, and tell me about this Origin. Maybe we can help you.
You are more civilized than would be expected for such divided creatures. It is not a weakness. Nothing is as I thought. Nothing is as Origin told us.
Listen, I'm fighting for the survival of my entire race here. Give me something to work with, or you'll find out what I'm willing to do for my world.
You have already seen what we are willing to do for our own dying world. What Origin has forced us to do for our world. Forced me to do to other worlds.
You don't have to let Origin control you. Tell us how to stop him and you can be free. We can destroy Mosaic. You can all be free.
Yes, but Mosaic cannot be destroyed. Mosaic is not a single place, not a solid thing. And soon it will consume your people as it has so many. As it did mine.
You're wrong. We've traced Mosaic's transmissions to a single location. If we can get there, your people can be free.
A myth spread by the few who are deaf to Mosaic. I used to think they were mad, but perhaps...
Here's proof. A source for Mosaic's transmissions. If we get there, we can put an end to it.
But without Mosaic, without Origin's guidance, my people... we will never find a new world.
Your people could come here without conquest. Wouldn't be the first time immigrants came to our shores. We'll help you fight for your freedom. And in return, you can live in the land of the free.
William Carter. My thoughts are my own for the first time in my life. If there is a chance that others can know this freedom, I will tell you what you want to know. To survive the crossing, you will need an instrument that can recalibrate quantum structures. Such a device can be acquired from one of our ships, which you can find only at one of our docking stations near a Ven gate.
Thank you. Once we've stopped Origin, your people will thank you too.
Nice work in there, Carter. I bet the director will want to tell you that himself.
Was he watching?
You even have to ask that question? He's waiting for you in Ops. Yes, sir?
That's all.
Thank you, sir. Good luck.
Sir, we demand to have access to the outside.
Calm yourself, Doctor. Irrationality will not help us identify enemy infiltrators.
Calm while you perform tests on men, like livestock.
These tests serve to protect them, and after all, they are all volunteers.
Maybe, but we're still not certain of what side effects.
Really? Welcome to our newly refitted laboratory. I'm certain that Dr. Veer would love to give you a tour of the facilities. Yeah, Herr Doctor?
Yes, of course. I'll just leave Heinrich to his tests.
Lawrence, have you seen these latest findings? Just a moment, Alan. I'm finishing a minor change to your calculations. Oh, the hell with... Bloody hell. That's brilliant. Oh, I don't know about all that. It's just a minor change. You would have done it yourself. In time. Maybe, but you're the one who did it today. If I'm not careful, you'll be replacing me as head of this project. And take away your prized work? Anyway, what was it you wanted to show me? What? Oh, it's these new transmissions that we've been receiving. Dr. Rossi believes they may be extraterrestrial in origin. Take a look. Extraterrestrial transmissions? You don't say. Think of it. Intelligent life on other worlds. A culture more advanced than ours, reaching across the void to welcome us to the Brotherhood of the Stars. Alan, you're making some rather dangerous assumptions. Oh, I know it could be nothing. Some Soviet trick, perhaps. But think, Lawrence. If it really is from another planet, why, someday our Vengate project could bridge our worlds. Yes, I suppose that could be possible. Why, this could be the start of a new chapter in human history. Yes.
Down here is what we call the workshop. It's where we test the new equipment and applications. It's all quite experimental, so don't use anything here until it's been cleared for the field. Here we go. As you see, we have the automated turret deployed, but it cannot draw a line of sight on any targets. You can lift a target out from behind its cover to get a clear shot. But if you face many targets, it might be a better option to lift your turret instead. Go ahead and try. The engineers are especially proud of the gyroscopic stabilization that makes that possible. It'd be a shame not to put it to use in the field.
Is that all?
The boys in the lab just wanted to make sure you knew all your options in the field. Never know when it'll come in handy. As you may have guessed from the glow, this is where we store element 115, or Illyrium. Understanding it is vital to our ability to adapt and adopt outsider technology. But so far our results have been mixed, at best. But I'm sure you didn't come here just for a guided tour. I'll leave you to your duties, William. Carter, I only just heard the results from the interrogation.
He said something about a transdimensional something or other. Tell me it made sense to you.
It fits with what little we know about the Venn gates. In fact, it would make sense to use a transponder, a phase plotter as he called it.
Great. So you can just whip one of those up and we can...
No. Just because I understand the theory doesn't mean I have any idea how to begin construction of the device itself, much less what frequency it would have to be set to.
Damn. I knew it was too good to be true.
Yes. I'm afraid you're going to have to recover one, the hard way.
Any idea where to find this phase plotter thing?
He said it would be located in a docking tower. We've seen the outsiders building towers in the areas they've occupied.
And we've certainly seen that they have aircraft around those towers.
Sounds like you'll have to find an entrance to one of those towers and steal this phase plotter from one of their aircraft.
Oh, is that all? Fight a gunship on its home turf.
No one said it would be easy to save the world, William.
Your assistant mentioned something called Mosaic. Said you were the key to it. Seemed to have something to do with the measurements you were taking. Any idea what he meant by that?
I don't know much about it at all, other than it controls the Venn gates connecting our world, and it also seems to exert some degree of influence over the denizens of that world. As to why Lawrence regarded me as the key to it remains a mystery.
But what is it? Is it a thing or a person? What is it?
I wish I knew, Agent. Could be any number of things. A natural force, a psychological disorder. One thing is certain, however. It does seem to be accessible via physical technology.
The people we saw back there. The stuck ones, the ones who can't stop doing the same thing over and over. What's the skinny on them? Are they us? Or are they them?
To be honest, I haven't the foggiest. I can say it was horrifying to witness. My students, one by one, falling victim to the condition.
How does it operate? Why does it only take some people?
A mystery as yet, but one I aim to get to the bottom of. I did notice trends. More students than professors, more whites than blacks. Nothing I can yet identify as the source.
Before I go, tell me, why are you so valuable? Falk seems to think we can't win this thing without you.
I suppose he regards the work I've been doing with ARPA as essential. I've been tracking audio signals gathered via telemetry. I shopped my findings around the scientific community for months.
Anything concrete?
Only subtle results, but Myron, Director Falk, recognized their import. I thought it was merely a curious anomaly, but he felt it was a warning. Guess now we know who was right.
How are we looking?
Ready.
Carter, we could use an agent's opinion on the Graviton notification. Could you press that button?
Whoa! Oh, get me down!
Looks like it works on biological.
So, agents are using this to immobilize targets in the field?
Among other things, it's been a big help in construction, too.
Seems like it'd be a revolution for aircraft, too.
Oh, you haven't heard about the other project, have you?
What are you talking about?
Nothing, nothing.
Carter. He got the alien to talk, you know.
Huh? How'd he do that?
I'm afraid to ask.
Attention all personnel. We have received confirmation of an outsider attack on Seattle, though details of the attack remain sparse. We will provide more information as it becomes available. End report. Attention all personnel. Outsider interference continues to scramble long-range communication efforts. Field teams report rumors of panic and rioting in major cities. End report.
First man test flights?
So, it can move in any direction? Like a helicopter?
Yes, if a helicopter was twice as durable, 5 times faster, and could fly through a vacuum.
Ah, that makes quite a difference.
Shut it down! Shut it down before it blows! No, wait! We need to test the threshold!
Yes, we really should see when it explodes!
Are you two crazy? Shut it down!
Did you see that lift? Wunderbar. Never before have I seen it equal.
Sure, if you don't mind your crew splattered all over the walls.
Of course. But that is why we do this radio-controlled test beforehand, yeah?
There's no way you get me in one of those flying saucers until you work out the eject system.
Nonsense. If we are careful and precise in our work, we will have no need of ejection systems.
We might not need one, but I'm the one who's going to be piloting that thing.
I still don't understand why you don't want us to design weaponry for this new craft. Yes, we have a very promising prototype.
No, knife.
Attention all personnel. We have multiple reports coming in of a widespread outside outside or assault across the Champaign-Urbana area. Damage is unknown, believed to be severe. We will relay further information as it becomes available. End report.
Looks like you've had a rough time out there, Carter. Anything I can do to help?
Tell me you got some answers, Crud.
I've got a lot of questions, a few theories, but no answers, Carter.
Anything might help. Why do you think they're attacking?
We're hoping the captive infiltrator can shed some more light on that. But right now we know 2 key points. They were studying us before they attacked, so they knew they wanted something specific from us. Food, fuel, slaves, something.
And the other point?
They're building structures here, so it doesn't look like they'll be leaving once they get whatever it is they want.
And what if what they want is the whole planet?
Then at least we know they won't destroy the Earth if we fail, right?
Figured out anything about what the Outsiders are planning?
This is no interplanetary raid by Vikings from Mars. They're building permanent structures. Whatever their reason for attacking, they intend to stay.
They're doing that with those seeds of theirs?
Right you are. And those things can grow too. We've got reports of towers 10, 20 stories high.
And the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Sure, but only if we can find a way to knock them down.
What do we know about the sleepwalkers?
According to the doctors, they're in some sort of coma. Except they're walking around. And they've got no idea about the stuff around their eyes.
How is our infiltrator doing?
He was screaming bloody murder at first, but then the doctors took something out of his head. Now he's calm as a pussycat.
I thought they only did that in asylums.
No, they removed some sort of device that was controlling him. Or maybe not controlling him, but sort of like a listening device.
If you get any insights, let us know.
Will do, Carter.
Our own technology won't cut it. That we have to use the aliens' technology against it.
Begin examination, Doctor.
Hold the patient down, damn it.
Anesthetics having no effect, Doctor. Tightening restraints.
You pathetic creatures. Children with sharp sticks, pretending to be doctors and warriors and priests. Base of neck shows signs of previous surgery. Long healed over. Performing first incision to examine. But the moment you find anything worth knowing, worth believing, you just cut it open to see how it works.
Gag applied, Doctor.
Thank you, Kelly. I'm finding some sort of glass threads running along the subject's spine. Exploring. Seems to lead to some sort of metal bead. Cutting threads and extracting for study.
I'll send this to the lab for analysis.
Subject now appears to be unconscious. Not a response to the anesthetic. Seems like he just went to sleep.
Temperature is up. Heartbeat is up. Respiration is up. Everything's within safe parameters, but...
Bring him around. We need to see the results.
Showing him up.
Removing gag. Administering stimulants.
What's happening? Who are you people? Where am I?
We'll be asking the questions. Get him to recovery.
Carter, good work in there. I'm honestly surprised you kept your cool.
Thanks. But I gotta admit, I still want to take his head off after what he did to Nils.
So I take it you didn't actually just offer a new homeworld to an entire planet full of aliens?
We'll see if it comes to that. But I never made any promises.
Now, I've been discussing the information you extracted with Dr. Weir.
Any clue where we can find one of those interdimensional things he was talking about?
The doctor calls it a phase plotter. And we know that there's an outsider docking tower near a town called Vida Buena in New Mexico. De Silva's team reported it when they were investigating sleepwalkers in the area.
A command tower in a town full of sleepwalkers. I don't like the sound of that. What's the connection?
De Silva's team attempted to infiltrate the structure to find out, but the last report we heard from them was 2 days ago.
What the hell, Falk? De Silva goes missing and you're just telling me now?
Calm down, Carter. We have reason to believe that he's still alive, but he's deep in enemy territory and unable to broadcast. Link up with him and his team. Then you will all escort Dr. Weir through the command tower and secure the phase plotter.
You think we can trust the outsider?
He seemed pretty shaken up. If we learned anything from your encounter with this Lawrence, it's that the real problem is their Mosaic.
You think they'll all just switch off when we take out Mosaic?
I wouldn't bet on it. But as it seems to be their communications network, destroying it would give us a serious edge.
Can't ask for much more than that. What was De Silva doing up there anyway?
He was assigned to gather intel on the Outsider's gates for Dr. Weir's benefit.
And now we're going there to get one of these gadgets. What aren't you telling me about this place?
Vida Buena is an Outsider transport hub. Ships coming and going from one of those gates, 24 hours a day.
So the best chance we have of getting a phase plotter
is a place swarming with enemies. Yes.
Why are we putting the doctor back in danger?
Weir is the only one who understands how the enemy gates work. He's the only one with any insight into how their systems might operate.
And no time to train a field specialist, right?
Precisely. Keep Dr. Weir safe. He's far too valuable to lose.
All right, that's all I need.
I'll have Senior Ops inform Dr. Weir that you're ready to go. And Carter.
Yes, sir?
Good luck out there.
Yes, sir.